Today we're talking my journey to qualify for the Boston Marathon, going from zero running to 18 months later running a 2:52:47 at the Austin Marathon, got 14th place.
Not too shabby, huh?
And qualified for Boston. But first, the intro!
What's up? I'm Nicky B. I run, I lift, I'm a 250 marathoner, and I'm 30. I'm sharing what works for me. Here's my little sis.
Just climbed Mount Bierstadt. It's right there. It was good, 8 miles. It was like 3,500 feet of gain. I wore a weight vest, which was good. And it's a good mix up for the Sunday long runs. We're gonna get to the video. We're gonna talk about some Boston Marathon qualifying stuff. Okay, gonna keep this really high level. I'm gonna go into more detail on some of this stuff that I talk about in future videos, but wanna just give a brief overview of where I went in that 18 months and some tips on how I went from literally zero running, a 10K being the longest run I'd ever done, to 18 months later running that 2:52 marathon. First of all, let's talk about the timeline. August 2018 was when I started all this. I signed up for a marathon and 3 weeks later did that marathon, the Aspen Backcountry Marathon. So I trained for 3 weeks and I got it going. Okay, I did that in 4 hours and 59 minutes. It was a trail marathon, but that's not setting any records. Moved to Austin, Texas. That next February, I did the Austin Marathon, so that's February 2019. Now, a month before that marathon, again, not smart, I did the whole marathon course. So I ran a marathon in training for a marathon, again, not smart. In March of that year, so March 2019, I did a 50 miler with my buddy Joey P around Lady Bird Lake in Austin. And then in June 2019, I did an Ironman 70.3. So that's giving you an idea of the buildup to the training for the 2020 Austin Marathon where I ran that 2:52. Now let's talk about some specifics. My first bit of advice, and you might have gotten this from the timeline, is you gotta start and you gotta do shit. Like that, it sounds simple, but that's what you gotta do. I wanted to run a marathon. I signed up. 3 weeks later, I did a marathon. And to run a really fast marathon, you have to start running marathons. Number one, it gets you used to the distance. It breaks it down where it's not as scary. But also, from my Austin 2019 marathon experience, I ran a 3:04 there. I learned so much that I applied to 2020, where I ran 2:52, negative split the race and ran an excellent race. So first things first, do shit, okay? Start running, start building up to 6 days a week, sign up for a marathon that's 2-3 months out, train for it and run it, and then we'll start talking about the BQ. You gotta start somewhere. Second thing, and again, this is not rocket science either, but you need quality sessions. So once you build that base and you're now up to running 5, 6, 7 days a week, focus every day on quality sessions. If you have to focus on 1 or 2 a week to get a quality session in, your long run, so you should be building up 18, 20, 22 miles, maybe even a little more if you can handle it, and your tempo run, okay? So that might be like 8 to 12 miles at, near, or below marathon pace. Cool. This last one, again, maybe obvious, I don't know. Make Boston qualifying your goal. To me, you either run a marathon to complete it
or you're running for a BQ. I don't really see an in between, and I don't understand it. But at a certain point, set your goals high and go for them. I mean, like, what else are you doing? And I understand that requires sacrifice, and it's difficult, and you're gonna have to go for a long run instead of hanging with your friends on a Sunday. But like, it's worthwhile. So set the BQ as your goal and just watch how like things start to fall in place. And now you're getting closer and closer and closer. But if it's always just a fringe, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, you're fucked. You're never getting there. Plain and simple, I'll tell you right now. All right, that was a lot of talking. That was the video. I'm gonna dive into more of those in a little more detail, but I wanted to just keep it high level, talk about the BQ, talk about my journey just a little bit, and then we'll go a little more into the sauce later, okay? Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling. We'll get another video soon. Appreciate you. Peace.